What's going on YouTube? How's it going? Today I'm back and I have a Fur Hire deck profile. We just got some new cards from Darkwing Blast. We got new Link Monster Donner Dagger for Hire. Got the new main deck Rex Freight for Hire. Now this is my personal spicy build of the deck, Danger for Hire. The main thing with the Dangers is that Folgo is like the best Link Monster in the deck, and it requires any 3 monsters with different types, and all the Dangers and all your Fur Hires are different types, so it just sort of mashes together. But yeah, with that being said, I'll just get right into the deck profile. So first up for the Fur Hires, we have 3 Raph, 1 Dinah, 2 Bravo, and 3 Seal. These are sort of the higher level ones I'm playing right now. So the quick rundown for the Fur Hires is that all the level 4 or lowers have the same effect that you can special summon a Fur Hire from the hand. And then they also get an additional effect when a Fur Hire is special summoned while they're on the field. And the level 5 Hires, we're only playing 2 of them, Raph and Dinah. On summon, Raph, he gets to excavate the top cards of your deck equal to the number of Fur Hires you control with different names, excluding him. So if you have him in 3, you get to excavate 3. And then Dinah, when Dinah's summoned, it can banish any amount of cards from your opponent's graveyard equal to the number of Fur Hires, different names for Hire you control, including itself. Raph is super good just because it can add any card, so if you mill like I'm playing Reasoning, so if you mill Reasoning, you can just grab the Reasoning, which is hilarious. Raph is also a monster negate by discarding 1 card for Hire, and it negates activation. It does not destroy, which isn't the best, but it negates the effect. So Bravo, he will boost all your Fur Hires by 500 attack and defense to the end of the turn, and Seal is super good. I really like playing this guy at 3. He grabs you back any Fur Hire card from your grave to your hand. So that's it for those guys. And then next up, obviously the best Fur Hire, we got to play Triple Beat. I am playing 2 Donpa and 2 Recon. I'm sort of iffy on the double Recon, just because Recon targets a set card and pops it. Donpa does face-up cards. You're mainly gonna be trying to pop some face-up cards. So running 2 is like, you can do it if you want. You can run 1 if you want. I'm testing out 2 for now, so that's that for those guys. And lastly, we have triple Rex and double Philo. Rex is the new one. On summon, it can search you any spell or trap for Hire from your deck to your hand, so you're either searching Mayhem or your Rookie. This card is just so insane. Its other effects, that quick effect, you can banish it to either add a Fur Hire card or special summon a Fur Hire monster from your graveyard. So that's the way you can set up your one of the going first boards. You have Folgo with like a Donpa or Recon, and then you special summon 1 Fur Hire monster from your graveyard. You'll trigger Donpa or Recon to pop a card, and then Folgo will let you draw 3 on your opponent's turn, which is pretty insane. And Philo, this one, Monsters Reborn, 1 from the grave, when another one is summoned to the field. The only thing is that the card that this one summons gets put on the bottom of the deck when it goes to grave. So it's alright, sort of like gets rid of your resource loop, which is why I only play 2 of this guy. I'm not really the biggest fan. He's super good. I know a lot of people like this card. But it is still really good. It's another attribute, or not attribute, type that you're not playing Winged Beast. So it also helps for getting attributes for Folgo when you want to summon specific ones from deck. So that's all of the main deck Fur Hires. And the last honorary Fur Hires that I'm playing Pinkertops. This is a going second base deck, so just having a quick effect pops, free special summon, also pretty free attribute to use, Dinosaur. So Pinkertop's super good. Now on to the Dangers for the list. I'm playing a lot of Dangers, so we got triple Bigfoot, double Thunderbird, triple Nessie. Most people should know what these cards do by now. You reveal them, your opponent randomly picks 1. If they didn't pick the one you revealed, you special it, you draw a card. If you didn't, they all have different effects. Bigfoot, when it's discarded, you pop a face-up card. Thunderbird, you pop a set card. Danger Nessie lets you search 1. So these are all, I mean, people should know what these do by now. The spicy thing is with this deck is that you can, if you're on the crackback or if you're going first, you can like for your IP plays, you can discard these guys for your nightmares when you go from like IP into unicorn, like pitch this, shuffle, and then pop another one. Is so insane. Plus, when you have full on full, you get to draw 3 as well. Like, it's pretty insane, to be honest. So we got all those guys. The other dangers I am playing, one Dogman, just because another name, another danger that you can play. He's all right. He's not the best one on discard. He makes your opponent's monsters lose 1,000 attack, which can come up because this deck sort of has problems with big monsters because Wrath, the highest attack you can get up to is 33, so this can come up in a clutch situation. I'm only playing 2 Mothman, just because we already have a lot of ways to search the deck and all that. You don't want to give your opponent too much advantage off this, especially when Tier is the best deck. 1 Choop, and then 1 Such and Jackalope. Choop revives a danger from grave, specials from deck, and then specials itself. All pretty standard. I was messing around with 1 Ogopogo, just because it's a level 8. But this guy's honestly just so bad. Like, when it's discarded, it sends a danger card from deck to the grave. It can help thin the deck, but the really only redeeming quality is that it has 3,000 attack and it's level 8. But other than that, it's really not worth playing. Yeah, that's it for the dangers. Go ahead and get these out of the way. And the main reason for all the dangers and playing 3 Wrath is that we're playing triple trade-in. Now, this is the spice of the deck. Yeah. It's so good in this deck, being able to just draw so many cards. Mixing this in with your dangers and Folgo and popping cards and drawing cards, you're going to be drawing so many cards throughout your turn. Also, it's another way you can cycle your Wrath, get it in the graveyard, and then if you have Philo or Seal, you can just keep comboing off and keep drawing, even with your dangers too. So, absolutely love trading in this version of the deck. It's super fun. So that's also why we're not playing like Pot of Extra, Pot of Prosperity, because those cards say you can't draw for the rest of the turn. So I'd rather just play the trade-ins in this fun variant. So yeah, in a pure variant, I'd definitely probably go for like a Pot of Prosperity or Extrav, depending on what you want to do, because you want to see your starters and all that. But in this build, you have your dangers, which are extenders. That'll help you get into Folgo, so that's like your main play. So triple trade-in, and then for the for hire spells, we got triple Mayhem, triple Rookie. These cards are finally searchable now. It feels so nice. Before, you couldn't search these at all, and it sort of sucked. But Mayhem is just a quick play, revive a for hire from grave. In defense position, you can't forget that. So you don't want to cheese people, putting them in attack. This card is so good, just a quick play, Monster Reborn. Rookie, this card is also insane. It's pretty much like the Circle. For Sword Soul, you just tribute a for hire to special one from deck with a higher or lower level than it by 1. So you can dodge Imperm Veiler, just things that target it. This card is so good. The only thing is with this card is that it does lock you into only attacking with for hires for this turn. So that's another thing to consider with the dangers, that you sort of want to use them to sort of disrupt your opponent or blow up their board and then start attacking if you have to use this. So these cards are just super insane. The super nice plays, like with this, if you're going first or it's like the 4th turn, whatever, you can use it to... It's pretty much like... Rex is like another copy of this card, because Rex could just Monster Reborn something and you get to trigger all your effects, so... This card's super good. In the future, I might maybe only play 2 Mayhem, but in this build, since you're going to be discarding a lot of cards and a lot of for hires, just having the extra extender to bring them back is super nice too. And for the 1-ofs, this deck loves to play 1-ofs. We got Rhoda to search B, Reasoning, Card Destruction, and Mind Control. Reasoning is super good because you're playing dangers and for hire, so all your monsters are all different variety levels. Card Destruction also for dangers. When you just have a handful of dangers, you just discard them all, draw 5, 6 new cards, and then just go to town with all your effects. This is sort of questionable since it is a tier limit format, but if you know we're playing against tier, just simply don't activate it. Just have it be another card in your hand to discard for danger. Or like, yeah, don't use this against here because you will probably regret it. And then Mind Control, because you're sort of a going second base deck, and having a free monster to take to have a free attribute for Folgo is super nice. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. In the old days, I did play like Instant Fusion for like the Relinquish. That also would give you a free attribute as well. Also help protect your plays, but with the Danger build, you don't really need that. You could play Monster Reborn as well, another free extender. But yeah, that's it for the main deck count. I believe we're around 4950 or so. And with that, we'll go to the extra deck. With the two new ones, I'm playing 2 Donner, Dagger for Hire, and 3 Folgo. These are your Heart and Soul of the extra deck. So Folgo requires 3 monsters with different types. On summon, it will special if for hire from your deck that has a different type than the one that you used. So you want to be conscious of that when you're comboing through your plays. It's the even more cracked effect is that if a card your opponent controls is destroyed, you can draw a card. Or if you control for hires with 3 or more different names, you can draw 3 cards. And it even counts when your opponent destroys their own stuff. So this card is just super insane. Donner is also very nice. You can target a monster for you control and a card your opponent controls, destroy them. So that's another way to trigger Folgo. Also just to sort of break your opponent's board as well. And then its other effect is super good because you can tribute a monster, and you can special for hire from your hand or grave. And then if you tribute a link monster, you can special summon another one. So this gives you ways to cycle through your names to keep extending more and more. You can tribute herself to do that and keep specialing. So this card is super nice. It's really what the deck needed along with Rex. Like, it's just so insane. That's it for the for hire links. Now for sort of the more like generic links. We got 1 relinquished anima because you are playing Philo. You can special Philo and just take something right away. Link Kuriboh, same thing with Philo, gives you more different attributes you need. IP, Nightmare, Phoenix, and Nightmare Unicorn, pretty standard. Going like first turn board, you can like make an IP, and then you have your Dangers to discard for these 2, so it's pretty nice. Then Appaloosa, Abramax, Underworld Goddess. Appaloosa is pretty good. You spam the board so much, so you can just make hard to make an Appaloosa right away, or just IP into an Appaloosa. Abramax is sort of a flex spot. This can sort of be whatever you want. I'm going to have some more extra deck cards at the end after this that you can sort of swap in and out for whatever you want. Underworld Goddess, I think I'm probably going to keep in just because, like I said, this deck has a hard time getting over big monsters. Also, like towers monsters like Sigma, stuff like that. You can just link away with it. So I'm definitely going to keep this card in. And lastly, I'm playing 2 rank XYZ monsters. I'm playing 1 Abyss Dweller and 1 38. Abyss Dweller can be any rank 4 you want, but Abyss Dweller is probably the best right now just to hit all the graveyard decks. And then 38 I'm playing just for the spell negate. Since I'm not playing Wiz in the deck, I decided to play 38 just to have an extra way to get a spell negate. Alright, so you probably saw a little cut there. My camera battery was about to die, so I just swap it out real fast, but yeah, 38, since I'm not playing Wiz, I like 38 just because it can give you that spell negate that you're missing from the deck. That's it for the extra deck. I'll show you some of the other choices that you can play for extra deck. So for the XYZ monsters, like obviously Baguska, Tornado Dragon is pretty spicy because you can also trigger Folgo with Tornado Dragon, draw a couple cards. And for the rank 8 stuff, this is what I used to play a lot, the Draglubion package with Numeron Dragon. So if you're going first, then you just make the Hope Harbinger. If you're going second, you make this guy, if you haven't used Rookie, to just smack him for like 9,000 or whatever. So those are a couple of XYZ options you can play. The other, like, bigger Link monsters you can play, Access Code is obvious because you're like... Nightmare, Phoenix into Unicorn into Access Code, just so good. Boral Sword, Boral Low Dragon, Surge of Skull Dread. This card was, like, back when the deck first came out, you definitely played this for sure, but in this deck you're already drawing a bunch of cards, so you don't really need Skull Dread. And then the Sprite Elf, obviously, since we're playing quite a few level 2s in the deck. So Elf is an option, but right now I'm not really interested in the card. Borlow Dragon is, you can just take something. Probably the 2, like, well, that I'd consider the most playing would be Access Code or Boral Sword. Probably drop, like, maybe the Avermax or something like that, but It's up to you guys, whatever you guys want to choose. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I'll start coming back to make videos. Just haven't really been feeling it too much, but with the new support between this and Blackwings, I got all the new Blackwing support. I'll probably end up making a deck profile on that as well. But yeah, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.